Alright, let's see. What do I gotta change here? Oh, gaming? Gotta put the game in. What's up, Tony? How you doing tonight, man? How you doing tonight, Tony? Uh, 5.2. No. Gotta get them tags, you know? These are tags, so everybody knows what this here stream's all about. What's up, Michael? What's up, Matt? How you guys doing tonight? Sorry if I'm a little bit quiet. I'm a little bit further away from my mic while I'm getting this set up. And looking away for a minute at that. I'm pretty good, sir. Thanks for asking. I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, I'll send it. There we go. Alright. Oh, I'm not in Discord. That's what I'm missing. Silly goose. Ew. Alright. I'm here, I think. That's what I think I am. It's fair week, so I think I'm live, because you never know with the fair in town. The internet is here 1 minute, gone the next. Shockingly, it hasn't been horrible. Knock on wood. It has not been horrible this year, but there's been, especially when it first started. I think when it first started, it was a little bit chaotic, and then it kind of settled down. Sorry, I had a mess here next to me. Alright. Let's fix this. There we go. And then we got, okay, yep, they did not. I don't know why I would be surprised that hired help sucks. I can understand that, yeah. Yep. Spent 20 minutes in traffic because I wanted to get videos of fire trucks earlier today. Gotta love it. Alright. Okay. This needs fertilizer. I got to button up these fields, so that's what I'll do with this guy. We'll let the other two planters finish planting everything else, and I will use this one to clean up their mess. Okay. Squirrel it down. Is this close enough? Can you? Yeah, you can. There you go. This is corn, right? Yeah, okay. By the way, mod those are crash trucks. I knew they were called, what were they, ARF trucks or whatever, ARF, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I for sure wasn't going to say ARF in a video. Oh, nice trucks though. And then I said it in a live stream. Look at me.
Okay, it's easier for me to explain on here. Can you hear me?
Oh Lord, here we go.
So they're considered crash trucks. Yes, they're ARF trucks. If they're green, that means the department has bought the truck. They're not funded by FAA. Or excuse me, green, they're funded by FAA. If they're not green, then they're not funded by FAA. Those trucks are 3,000 gallons, and they're considered crash engines. If it has a snorkel on top, it's considered a crash tanker. And they're called turrets, not dead guns.
Did I call it deck gun? I thought I called it turret. That's what I.
You got a
monitor.
bumper
One of the
turret.
two.
Yeah, you got a bumper turret, then you have a upper turret. If I remember correctly, the number is like T3000, and it's a 6x6. And the way you know how many gallons the truck holds, like Oshkosh, that's what those are. The T1500, which is a 4x4, it holds 1,500 gallons of water. The T3000 is 3,000 gallons. Then you have the T4500, which is the 4,500 gallons, and that's the 8x8.
The more you know.
You got to remember, I deal with these almost every day.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's kind of your area of expertise.
Like, honestly, I was watching it, like, I hate to say this, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm busy at work, and then when I see your spotlight, I'm like, oh, no, nothing new, nothing good. Don't look like something I'd be interested in. All of a sudden, I see a crash truck. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Whoa, click, watch. I was like, if they would only put the old Detroits behind them, that's how you know they're real.
Well, the one, he did a different one. I don't remember the exact specs is, but that's the one he told me to take the engine for the old 52 off of, because it had the Detroit engine in it. It was an 86, I believe.
Now, if the department is not funded by FAA, they're allowed to, choose what name they want it. Most departments call them crash trucks for the simple reason of that's what we're kind of used to calling them. It's crash trucks. Hang on a second. I'm trying to do something for you real quick. These are my...
there is no way to join currently.
Crash trucks.
Probably won't be a way to join until
those are the ones I deal with every day.
25
I can't send them to you.
What's up, JW? How are you, man?
Oh well. Yeah, I can't send them to you. Or you know what? Just do this.
Heard them called strikers also. Isn't that striker? Isn't that the name of the actual like truck though?
Oshkosh.
Oshkosh Striker.
Yes, those are
see, I do a little
strikers.
bit.
There's a striker, and then there's
It's
another
like JW,
one. The Stinger. But you don't see many Stingers anymore. If you actually look in the group chat,
out there.
I sent you a picture of the 3 we have right now. Missing 2 pictures of the other 2. The top 27 is the new Rosenbauer Panther.
That was honestly, the one Dover just got is it's only got one rear axle on it.
Yes, that's a 4x4. It's a 1,500 gallon. I seen it today. I got an email, and honestly, I hate to tell them, but they got the biggest piece of junk known to mankind. The ultra high pressure systems are just junk. That is one thing Striker has failed.
Oh, I had an ancestry up. I'm trying to start my farming YouTube channel. Huh. I got 2008 3rd gen dually. This is amazing. Is it this one? This thing is probably the best of this year truck out there. It's got so many options.
But yeah, I did see their new truck they got, and they only got one turret. It's a bumper turret, so it's gonna be useless.
I take that back. It's not Dover. It's Newcastle. Newcastle Air Base.
Is that the National Guard base?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know it popped up on mine as Delaware National Guard.
Yeah, it's up north.
I thought Dover had them for some reason.
Dover's got a... I don't think they really show them off that much.
Well, they have some flyouts every once in a while. I know we fly almost every day, except for Fridays for some reason.
They really love that E1 ladder they got. I know that much. At the Air Force Base.
Yes, and we have been putting in to get a ladder truck. Do you know it is harder to get a ladder truck in the military than it is anything else?
No, that thing's old as shit, so they've had it for a while.
Yeah, no, they won't get rid of it. And it's funny because the way the Air Force looks at it is, well, they have a ladder truck, so they need a ladder truck, so they'll continue giving them ladder trucks. Whereas my base, we have a rescue and a hazmat, and that's all we'll get. They tell us no every time.
But do you guys respond to like fires outside the base too? Because that's what they do here. They actually.
Yes, we have contracts with outside in the county. I'll be right back. I got something I got to handle real quick.
Roger that.
I thought I already bought a cedar.
I have it. I think it's yours. I have.
No, I wouldn't have bought that. I got the Case International one.
Yeah, there's I have a Case International one in 15. I think it's it's either yours or Tony's. It's not mine.
In 15, it's probably mine. Yeah, that'd be me. I was like, I'm pretty sure I had this already. We took a last minute, like night before, got tickets to see Blink 182 at Fenway
Nice.
on Tuesday. Yeah. No, they still hold up.
Did they jizz on you too?
What?
Have you? Did they not release confetti into the crowd?
Oh, yeah.
They were shape
they
of
did.
jizz. Yeah.
Yep, we did have the sperm rain down on us. No, we got, like, for Fenway Park, we got, like, on the field
Damn.
tickets for, like, the day before for $100.
Damn. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, the entire row in front of us was empty. And it's like, what?
You guys got shitty weather or something?
No, it was actually wicked nice. I don't know what the reasoning was. I think probably because it was a big deal. Like their last tour last year was a big deal because everyone thought that was going to be it for them. So like they sold out the like TD Garden instantly. And I think now that they were on tour again and Fenway holds like another 20,000. And they haven't done much in terms of like new music. I just think the demand wasn't there.
Mm.
Still pretty good though. I mean, I saw them. Jeez, they were touring with No Doubt last time I saw them.
Sorry, chat. I'm getting pictures to send in here. All right, let's see.
And their openers were. You ever heard of the band Pierce the Veil?
Yeah.
Yeah, they opened up for Blink. That was interesting. It's pretty cringy to watch like dudes in their probably what like 40s, late 40s, doing like the screaming. It's kind of tough to watch.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Here you go. That's
I think you asked me if we had contracts with the county. Is that correct?
Oh, I don't know how it works. I know if there's a big fire in Camden or in Dover, they're always responding with their ladder truck.
So the way it works for us, we have contracts with the county. The city does not like us, but they've called us a couple of times. Just last month they had shop fire, and they called us out there to help them out and bring some foam. And what do? I show up in the crash truck. Rescue 15's right behind me with the foam trailer. I put the piercing nozzle through the roof, pump foam into the building because they can't even get to it. A lot of departments, like a lot of bases, they have contracts with the surrounding departments. And if they don't, you can still call us. We still respond, but there'll be like certain trucks that can go off base. We still have to have trucks on base. Like there's several trucks that's designated just to stay on base. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like I said, I've only ever seen like their rescue truck and their ladder truck respond outside of the base, but
yeah, like
anytime there's
a power is not allowed off base. Crash 26 can go off base. Rescue 15 can go off base, and very, very rarely can Engine 9 go off base. All the other ones have to stay on base. And like we've had a brush fire, or actually we didn't. The department next to us actually borders our fence. They had a brush fire, called us out for an engine. Well, engine 4 is the only 4x4 engine we have. We don't have a brush truck. We have that stupid RIV crap. That thing is a paperweight from hell. We couldn't respond with it, so we took a crash truck. We took Crash 25. It's smaller and it holds more water than the engine. It's a little bit more reliable. But each base can designate, they can create their own SOPs. And ours stipulate that Engine 11 4, Crash 22, Hazmat 31, and the guards, or excuse me, not the guards, basically should be guards, the reservists, their trucks cannot go off base. They have to stay on base. Because the way it's written, we have to be self-contained. So if we're out, helping another department, and just by freak accident, a plane would come in, crash on the runway, we still have to be able to deal with that on our own.
That's another. So if say the housing caught fire, you can't have outside fire companies come in and help put that out. You can?
We do. Yes, but they're not allowed on the runway.
Okay,
runway.
Got it. Makes sense.
Like any runway buildings, like the hangars or the fuel depot, ammo, nobody can go to ammo but us, unless that place is completely engulfed, and then we just need water, and that's basically it. Tower maybe. But anything dealing with the flight line is completely off limits, unless it is a raging fire and we need help. And even then,
you cut that shit out. It's not good for you.
Yeah, no joke. Actually, Christmas, actually the day after Christmas, we actually had a house fire here on base, and we had to call the city in because they have a tower, and we didn't even need them. They literally sat on the road, just sat there, and just looked at us. And when we're done, or whenever we don't need them, we just tell them to leave, and they just turn around and leave. And here's the screwed up part. When that house fire was going on, we still have to have a flight line crew.
So pretty much you have to have a select number that sits out.
Yes, every shift we designate.
Even if you don't have any, like, because wouldn't you have to have a plane like scheduled coming in? So like, wouldn't you know this shit's about to hit the fan if it does? Like, you have some sort of window when planes are arriving.
Yes and no. We actually not too long ago actually had a civilian. He got the runways mixed up, and he actually did have an emergency, and he actually landed on our base, and not on the outside, on a, I guess you could say private airport, and he landed on our base, and we still have to be able to assist him, but also corral them. They're not allowed to leave within like 300 yards of the plane. Because we are a active
real life fire truck
fighting wing, I guess you could.
Probably
we are a fighting wing
lobby,
but we are the only active, like 365, 24/7 fighting wing on the eastern seaboard. And that's the thing. I mean, we always have to have runway crews. So each shift, they'll designate 6 guys to just be on crash trucks. It's a crappy assignment, but it's also one of the best assignments because you don't do jack diddly nothing.
Now, can you operate one of them things with just one guy, or does it take multiple people?
You can do everything. The operator, the engineer, he can, he sits in the center. He can do everything in his hand's reach. Everything he can do, he can operate both the turret, the bumper turret, and the top turret. Crash 26 has a snorzel, so he can operate the snorzel. Everything in his hand. He don't have to get out of the truck. The other two, you have an officer and a firefighter. They'll get out. A lot of times, they can, rescue the pilot or do other things. They also have a booster line. It's a water line and a foam line side by side, and they can pull it off the truck. And the engineer can sit in the driver's seat and can still operate that line just sitting in the seat. He does not have to get out.
So are the you said you have Rosenbauer?
One Rosenbauer. And the only thing that's good about that thing...
that was my question.
The only good thing about that goddamn thing...
There should be...
Right above all of us agree and wish Oshkosh would freaking take notes. We absolutely love the pump panel. It actually has a full-size pump panel in one of the compartments. If you actually look in the group chat, the compartment right behind the door... where you get in and out, the crew door, if you actually look, there's a large roll-up door that is one full pump panel, and it has cross lays. Oshkosh does not have pump panels. They have little mini ones, but the driver, the engineer, he controls all of it from inside the cab. And that's where we're like, okay, well, we would like to operate from the outside too, because there's times you don't need to be in the truck to operate. Sometimes it's just a hand line you need, just one, cross lay.
That was my question. I was going to say, are their crash trucks as garbage as their actual trucks?
I mean, it rides smooth. Don't get me wrong, it rides smooth. But power-wise and acceleration-wise, nah. I could do laps around them in Oshkosh. And it's weird to say, but Crash 26 is being the older one. It's 2007. That truck is hands down the best truck we have.
Yeah, because the newer they get, the cheaper they make them, the quicker they fail.
Well, one thing that we were scared about, the Panther is a full glass door. We kind of do not like that at all. We like the visibility. Don't get me wrong, the visibility is amazing with it. But somebody getting out of the interior to go outside with the air pack accidentally hits it with his air pack.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's about 10 grand right there. But so far ours hasn't broke down yet. We've heard other bases have problems out of theirs. I've been telling them we don't need another Panther. They're wanting to get another Panther with a boom on it, like 26 has, so we can replace 26. But I told them it's stupid to replace it since it's our best one. Hands down, that bastard will go right out the door faster than anything else. I'm probably going to get out the door going 30 miles an hour. And all the other trucks are still going about 10, 15.
Video game swap meet?
That truck she's always ready. Always ready to go.
Are you having classic game withdrawals?
The one truck I wouldn't mind trying is one of the E1s. I've heard they're really good. Wouldn't mind trying one of them.
I didn't even know they made them.
E1
Titans?
Yes, they won the contract. They produced the ones, I think it's the P23s to be exact. Actually, it might be P27s. Can't remember exactly what they're, I think it's P23 to be honest. They're the trucks that can go inside a C-130 now, because we got rid of the P19s. So they replaced the old P19s.
What's up, Brad? How you doing, man? As soon as I get this class in the Masters final, gaming hardcore. Oh, he's going balls out retro.
Is there any
gaming.
other questions about crash trucks?
No, I think I'd probably think of something a week from now, but
Are you good? I mean, you know, mess with me anytime you want. I mean, that's, you know, I deal with it every day. This is something backhand for me.
yeah, I'm always up for learning. The more you know.
Yes. Well, like I said, if you ever look at a crash truck, or anybody ever looks at a crash truck, and if you see, like for Oshkosh, it's always like T 3000, 15, 4000 to Ashley signifies how many gallons of water it holds. 3,000 gallons will hold up to 500 pounds of Purple K and 500 pounds of ARC. So.
What happened this week's Mod Spotlight?
All right, I'm sorry to interrupt your stream.
You're good, sir.
I figured I seen that and I was like, oh, I might as well help them out a little bit, especially with crash trucks.
There you go. No, you were the special guest lecturer on fire trucks for the week.
Pretty sure somebody else could have been the special person. But yeah, like I said, anybody ever has any questions, they're more than welcome to ask. I love to answer them. Something I do every day. Except now I'm not on a truck no more. It is what it is.
What'd you do?
Got a promotion.
Oh.
Now I'll get stuck behind a 250 every day. And I do not like it. I miss being on a rig.
Oh, good Lord, now Steve's going to want to come in and teach a class on retro gaming. But Brandon, how are you?
Oh, Kella.
Oh,
sorry about last night.
Mod Spotlight last week because I got so freaking
I was falling
backed
asleep
up
too,
with
man.
the
Aside from getting like tossed around, it gets boring as hell. We're doing those like 7 mile
and
adventures.
you wonder why I always find something to do anytime you want to play it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting there
I got
going,
backed up with the Covington County stuff, so I
don't get seasick, but man, you're making me seasick. Oh,
the Covington County stuff in its place.
Man, like aside from that,
there's
thing
three recorded.
Go super fast.
Ready to go for
like,
next
that's the only
week,
benefit to it.
That's
pretty sure
that's the benefit
would have
of
been
missing
better.
a week.
Dude, that was I mean, I tried doing one of those with the first cargo boat, and man, like the 5 miles an hour difference in speed, like it makes a huge difference because it would have taken twice as long. Like, sure, I was getting thrown around, but actually got there.
I'm not even gonna lie. That
was rough.
Whenever you were standing on the front of the bow, and all of a sudden it went completely like 90 degrees, I'm like, yeah, well, this is where it ends.
Yeah,
right here.
This afternoon, I was like trying to get one shipment in, and literally did a complete barrel roll, like 360 degrees, coming off of a wave. It was just insane.
Have they updated at all to calm the water when you're
no?
Jeez.
No.
Dang.
It is still so, and like with the
I've been extremely
the barge
busy.
that I have now,
extremely busy,
which goes like the top speed's like 20 miles an hour, but it's so touchy, so it's like impossible to dock the thing because like any throttle adjustment that you do, it's just like either slams down or
I shouldn't say extremely.
Like, guns it in reverse. So
I've been extremely.
You may have 20 miles an hour, but you're pulling like 6 G's going up in the air and probably doing about 120 knots with your goddamn airborne skills.
Yeah, and doing like a 180 in the air and then having to recover from that.
At times I'm sitting there going, what are you doing? Are you on a flight deck of a damn aircraft carrier or something? Where
he sent
the crew chief at? Like taking them off.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
I probably will not stream tomorrow.
Sorry, man.
That's what
I was trying to give you a little bit of humor while I was watching it, but
my
I
wife
was
wants to go to the fair. So
go.
currently, there's no stream tomorrow. We'll see what it's like tomorrow.
Just like looking for a way to distract myself.
Depends on the weather.
I just put it on autopilot, and it's just like, oh my god. Although now I found a new thing today. I was doing like jig fishing. You can do that off the back of the boat while it's going. You just can't be going too fast. So I just like dropped the speed a little bit. So while I was on my way to deliver stuff, I just like threw the line out the back and caught 2 cods. So a little extra income.
Well, I'm gonna walk in here. Wish y'all a good night. I'll continue watching the stream. I'll probably be in the chat. I got some things I need to take care of in the office.
Or all of that, you have yourself a good night.
All night.
Good evening, Sean. How are you doing, sir? Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, did you ever get the Back for Blood stuff when it was on sale?
Shoot, when was it on sale?
During the summer sale. I bought it with the PGA golf. So.
Damn.
Yeah, it was only like, what was it, like $6 or something for all the DLC, or it was the season pass. I was like, that's kind of a no-brainer. Well, no, so the season pass unlocked all the DLC for it. I think they're done making DLC for it. So if you bought the season pass, you got everything.
Is that like the 3 expansions?
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't.
Pretty sure. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, they're $15 a piece now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot.
That's why I was like, if I'm doing PGA, I'm pulling the trigger on Back for Blood. The season.
I didn't have them on my wish list, so I didn't know that they existed. So I'm adding them to my wish list now. I wonder if I think G2A has it.
It might, yeah. No. See the Back for Blood annual pass. I bought it, and I got Tunnels of Terror, Children of the Worm, and then River of Blood.
Yeah, those are the 3.
Yep.
Annual pass is $40 right now, and then if you were to do the DLCs individually, it'd be $45.
And I think I paid like $8 for it.
Son of a. Oh shoot! I can get the Back for Blood annual pass Steam key global for $4.
Yeah, I think it might have been $5. I don't remember. So I only had to pay like $2 out of my bank account for it because all the Steam cash I had set back.
So how does the annual pass work? Do you just have to pay that much every year?
No. It's the annual pass is you pay the fee one time and you get all the DLC for that year. So like the season pass season 1, you get all the season 1 DLC. You just pay the one fee instead of buying them separately. So like the way Farm Sim works, they put out 4 DLCs per season pass. So you get 4 DLCs with that season pass. And then they'll do another season pass, so you have to buy that season pass to get the next year's DLC.
Okay, well, I'll get it right now for $5.
I did not approve at first, but they are. Oh, jeez. Steve's a cat person now. Doing fine, just working on them. Is very safe. Nice. I have no idea. Just domestic short hairs. Taking a guess on it. My wife doesn't know. One is all black noise, and the other is black and white. Are they siblings or just 2 randomly adopted cats? Human watching, I have a song for no, no, sir, no, thank you, Keaton. But welcome to the stream, sir. Here and finish this off. Look at me. Look how clean those fields look when I'm done. I just gotta do every single field because hired help sucks.
Ooh. Do I want that?
Alright, just broke my headphones.
Might.
Are you using retro headphones too? My
Paramount
wife got me
Plus
a
for
new
30
headset,
days.
and I still have not hooked it up yet. Mine are where the
Can't really turn
the
that down, right?
adjustable thing is. What was it?
Paramount Plus for 30 days.
Oh. Free?
Yeah.
Dang. For what?
For buying this stuff on G2A.
What? Is there
Yep.
anything I need on G2A?
You can also get Sirius XM for 30 days.
What all do you do other than farm?
Wait, no. I'm
We
not
do
doing that.
a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. You name it, we've probably played it.
Okay. It's no different than like if you
Opinion, which brand is better, Case or John Deere? I'm a John Deere guy.
you can do a free 30-day trial of it regardless. So, ooh, 60% off of BJ's membership.
Good.
Not that kind of BJ's.
See, look, accusing me of thinking that way. I knew exactly what you were
Just
talking about.
laugh.
Yeah, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah. I'm already a member though. 3
We
months
don't have
of
them around
Sirius.
here. We don't
No,
have that.
well,
We
you-
don't have Costco. We do have Sam's Club.
I mean, same thing as BJ's.
Yeah, that's the only one we got. Sam's Club.
Yeah, that's the same company as BJ's.
No, Sam's Club is the same company as Walmart.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought Sam's Club is the same as BJ's.
No,
Hmm.
Sam's Club is owned by Walmart. Because that's why it's called Sam's
True,
Club. It's
yeah, I
named
know
after
that.
Sam Walton. Potatoes? No potatoes. Oh, I agreed that I wasn't doing potatoes, so I guess this would be soybeans.
I don't remember my password.
I saw I pay $16.99 a month for Max without ads, and
Yeah.
I saw that now they have the Disney Plus Hulu Max bundle for the same price, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of a no-brainer. And then I saw it was with ads, and I was like, I don't care that much for Hulu and Disney Plus. I'd rather just not have ads.
I know. It's like, I know that's how they get you, but it's like I'd rather just pay like an extra $3 a month or whatever it is to not have ads, because the whole point of switching over from
Well, it'd be
like,
it's like 30, so it's almost double the price to get non-ads. I think it's like $29.99 a month compared to $16.99.
well, shit. Yeah. All right. I've got it all. Damn, $5 for that. That's pretty good. So I used to have the Hulu without ads. And then my wife wanting to watch Eras Tour and stuff, her sister has Disney Plus, which also includes Hulu and ESPN. But so like we just switched over to that. But it has the ads. And it's like so I'm on the Peloton and you can just like watch Disney Plus stuff, like use the Disney Plus app on the screen for it. And it's just like I'm riding and then I have to deal with a 2-minute long ad. And it's like no. At that point there's no difference between the streaming services and cable.
Mm-hmm.
Like people switch over, or initially switched over to the stuff to avoid ads. And like very quickly are these streaming services just going to become no different than cable.
Yeah, pretty much.
In fact, my wife just texted me when I was up here. She's like, I've been saying like, because we still have cable, and I've been trying to ditch it because like the price went up for us in February, and I was looking into like YouTube TV and different alternatives, and she's just like, no, we need to have the cable. And then she just texted me, she's like, we can get rid of cable. And it's because she found on Amazon Prime, like the live TV, they have music video channels. And she grew up like literally like watching music videos like
14 hours?
24/7.
Jeez.
So she was like watching TRL, all that stuff, like, constantly. So you can just like throw on music videos on the TV and she will watch that for hours and hours on end. Completely happy. Like she doesn't need the news or like sports or anything like that. Nope. Just throw on music videos. So she found that out. And she's just like, yeah, we don't need cable anymore. I have music videos. I'm good. So I was like, okay. Yeah, I'd be glad to get rid of cable.
All it took was music videos to make her get rid of cable. Does she not know YouTube exists?
It's true. But also, like, Freevee, like, they have music video channels, too. But apparently, like, Prime's selection of music videos is, like, there are different categories, are very, there's a wide variety. So she could go back to, like, you know, the TRL days of what, like the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, of like all the music videos that were popular then when they did like the making the video stuff on MTV. She can just go watch all those music videos and just be a happy camper.
See, that's how it was when my dad went down there one year. My dad and
twist my arm, like, let's get rid of cable.
My dad and uncle always went down there together, and while they were down there, two of our old camp buddies were down there separately. They didn't know each other were down there, and then
I'm pretty sure
the sheriff of the county that my uncle lives in, he was down there, so they all just met up and hung out. It was a Delaware, Maryland get together.
They've been like throttling down our download speed. Upload speed is like has actually improved over the past few months, but the download speed sucks.
Yeah, they said they were going to be working on ours, and then it keeps going in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah, we've been having the same thing. It's just like it's super shoddy. So I have to like switch back and forth between the 5 gig and the 2.4 gig. Constantly. And like they sent an email a few months ago being like, have a technician come out to like set you up for our new high-speed network. And it's like, what are they gonna do?
Kind of hoping that when we get moved in this new place, like, because the wiring is going to be completely updated, so I'm hoping that we get a little bit of a speed boost from the new wiring, because right now it's hooked to a coaxial cable that's been painted over and all this other shit since the 80s.
That's the thing is like there's no way, which is so bizarre to me. It's like there's no way outside of like connecting your modem to a coax cable. Like that seems so outdated, but it's still the only way.
Yeah.
And it's
that
like,
or a phone line.
Transmit. Yeah, I've seen some houses that have the like LAN connection.
Yeah, the cat. That's why I know it's not gonna happen, but that'd been cool if they put it in, because it's supposed to be
like the
energy efficient and all that. Yeah, the cat cables. Yep.
So like
that would have been a great addition, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen.
Yeah. But I haven't. So like I've seen that before, like because I've looked at a bunch of houses now, but I never really made the connection to go into like the basement to look at like where that like cat cable receiver, where it like goes to, like how it connects to the phone lines. Because if it's like a direct connection, then I would assume that'd be better than having to go through like coax.
You probably have a way to hook your modem up down in the basement, then, and then you hook that into the whole system into your modem, and then you have connection throughout the house. That's how I would assume it works.
No, I'm talking about like phone line coming in, and then I don't think like your modem would be put in like the basement by like the electrical box. Like,
if you, I mean, it would make sense to have your modem.
I wouldn't put my modem down in the basement.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, most basements are like a concrete foundation, so it's gonna like.
Oh, you got what I got, the built-in modem router.
Well, yeah, but even if you didn't, like, you'd still have to have your Wi-Fi router connected to your modem, like hardwired in. So.
Yeah, you could be able to plug your modem in downstairs and then have your router upstairs, because it would just feed into the cat system. No, if you have the cat like that.
Yeah, but then you're getting back into like, then you have to have like multiple connections and.
Yeah, but it would be some, because right now I don't know if it's like it is up there, but freaking Comcast, they'll charge you a fortune if you want cable, like the coaxial cables, to be activated in other rooms. So you.
Oh yeah, they charge you per room.
Yeah. So with
we had to do that.
With that system, you would just be able to just hook the modem up to that one coaxial cable and have that hardwire internet access everywhere. That's what I want, so I could be able to if I wanted to put a computer upstairs, like I wouldn't have to do wireless. I could have like a cat cable I could plug into the wall and then back to the computer.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem with the internet in our house is because like I'm all the way up here in the loft, and I made sure we have like a coax thing up here. And I was like, well, this is going to be the main one because I have to hardwire my computer into the router / modem, so it can't be too far away. But because it's all the way up here, like if you're on the first floor, like the internet sucks.
Yeah. Get a Wi-Fi extender.
I have one. I bought one.
Does it not work?
It's not great. Like it does. I don't know. It's tough to tell. So we got it because like when my wife uses the treadmill in our basement, it was just constantly disconnecting from the internet because the signal strength was so bad. So I bought the extender, which you just like plug into the wall, and I put it a floor below the loft, and it didn't work. And then I put it down on like our main floor in like the kitchen area, and it seems to be doing the job so far. But they said to like plug it in as close as possible to your router, which like doesn't make sense to me. So I initially had it up here. It didn't do jack shit. So I don't know. Jury's still out on it. I just installed it like a month ago. But it was like the top rated one on Amazon. So I was gonna do like the Comcast ones, but they charge you monthly for that. Or if you want to buy it, it's like $120.
Good old Comcast. Nickel and dime you for everything.
I know. That's why it's just like I just need to have a serious conversation with my wife. It's just like, are we really gonna do it? Are we gonna be done with cable, please? I mean, the only thing I'll miss is Red Sox games, but whatever.
You can't pick those up on like a.
Dude, so
converter?
like the local network around here for baseball is Nesson. And they have their own streaming app. It's $30 a month. Literally the only thing they broadcast is the Red Sox games and Bruins games. That's it. That's all the channel is good for. Like, they don't do any other broadcasting. And it's like, no, I'm not paying $30 a month to watch the Red Sox not make it to the playoffs. But it's good filler, so I'm just like hanging around like I like watching the Red Sox. YouTube TV will have everything. I already checked. It's got everything that we need.
Yeah, but that's just as expensive as cable.
Well, I mean, like my monthly bill for Comcast is like, I think it's like $265 or $270.
Yeah, but the basic cable package is only like $30 a month, $40 a month.
Yeah, but if you're doing just internet, if you're doing just like 1 gig internet, it's like
$100 a month.
Well, it'll save us like $70 a month because YouTube TV is like $90.
Yeah, and it's more expensive than just getting like the basic TV package. And that'll get you your sports. You have the basic, just like the basic.
We have $750.
You pay almost $300 a month.
Yeah, we have $750 for internet, like download, and the basic cable. And it's just like it's all the all the fees and shit that you have to pay. Like I pay like $60 in fees.
How many things are you renting from?
Just the Wi-Fi router combo. But if I switched over to like just internet, I would return this and get my own modem and router.
You could get your own modem and router now.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
And they charge you $60 for that?
Oh,
ours is like 10 to 20.
It's like 10. Yeah, it's either 10 or 20. But the fees being like there's like a I don't know, there's a shitload of fees that they put in there. There's like a provider fee.
Yeah, well, you're still going to have to pay all of that when you have just internet.
So if let's do gigabit extra. That's 1,200. Let's see how much that is. For 1 gig, it's $50 a month.
No, it's not. If you sign up like a new customer, maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah, just switch it over. Like my wife and I we alternate. So like when I was living, when we were living at our old place,
I'm really digging.
The Xfinity stuff was in her name, so we moved here, and then
I don't know. There's
put
so
it under
many.
my name, so we got like the intro package for 2 years.
So, oh, what am I?
So just switch it under her name.
I'm lagging hardcore.
So 50, and then how much is YouTube TV? Let's see.
I don't know what it just broke. I really dig this truck. I would love to show you, but
$73 a month.
I guess I broke. Hold on, I'll back out and go back into it. That was really weird.
Like $125 a month, and my bill right now is double.
Oh, turkeys are everywhere up here. Yeah, see, it really gets you. I think mine's $100 a month for just internet. That's the gig speed.
Oh yeah, plus the fees and shit. Yeah.
Gobble gobble.
But you also have the same modem router combo.
Yeah. Just expensive. That's why I kind of hoped that.
Realistically, I'd probably do the 2 gig.
Damn.
Well, I can just see it now, where if, like I'm streaming and I was trying to watch something, she's like, it's buffering. Like we can't.
I don't have that issue. I stream. My wife, my wife.
Yeah,
will
but
watch
we have that
TV.
issue now because our internet, for whatever reason, is just like so sporadic.
Yeah. Nah, as I said, we have the gig, and when I was the level below this, if I was streaming, she would have buffering issues upstairs. But right now, what we have, no issues whatsoever. She can actually watch TV, play a game while I'm streaming, no issues. While I'm streaming, hosting the server on another computer, no issues.
Yeah, I think it's just
this truck right here. I'm really digging this one. This one and
where's my Xfinity
old Dodge
in
right
this
here?
Area, because
this one. These two are my
a couple weeks ago, like we couldn't even access the 2.4 gig connection. It just didn't exist. Like you couldn't even find it.
I couldn't even tell you last time I used that. Matter of fact, I can tell you. It's the last when I when we ditched our own the router we owned, that was a built-in option for that one. I don't think I have it set up on this new one. Strictly 5 gig.
Yeah, I mean that's a that's a trade secret because like I know the difference between the 2.4 and the 5 gig. So anytime my wife wants to use something, I'm like, oh yeah, just connect to the 2.4 gig because I'm using the 5 gig for everything.
I'm a console player, but if I had a PC, I'd definitely go with. I don't like the newer pickups. I like the older pickups.
Oh yeah, plus we have the rental for the cable box too. That's like $20 a month.
Yeah, that's where they get you. And then you have to have one for each room. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I mean we only have one TV in the house that has cable.
Oh, snap.
We actually only have one TV. Do you have a TV in your bedroom?
Oh, snap. Yeah. I have a Roku TV upstairs. And then the youngster, she's got a Roku TV in her bedroom. Oh, snap.
What you got?
So after meeting my cousin, who's in the genealogy, we got the we're doing another DNA test through Ancestry because it came with the 3 months free of the Ancestry services and everything.
Oh, that's how they get you.
Oh, I'm like super. That's all I've been doing all week long. Like I've just been doing fire truck videos and Ancestry. Literally all I've done all week. So I grew up knowing my mom's side of the family, like her brothers, sisters. Her parents were the ones I knew. I remember most as grandparents. I didn't know my dad's dad until he died, so I knew my pop was his stepdad. But through this Ancestry, I found just a crap ton of stuff on my dad's side of the family that I knew nothing about, and I have found literally nothing about my mom's side of the family, especially her parents. Like, I was like, I knew for sure that my grandfather's name was William, but when I searched his name, no obituary, nothing came up. I knew he died in the late 90s, nothing. And I just got a thing where I have just a bunch of stuff about my mom's father and my mom's mother now. So I was like, oh, snap. I've been doing this all week and haven't gotten anything about them. Now I got just a buttload. Ancestry has provided me with one of the greatest stories about my family I think I've ever read. Well, technically, he was my dad's stepfather, so he's technically family, but not technically family. But he was blind. He was far beyond legally blind, but he still had some sight. But he couldn't see anything in the day. So like he could see better at night. That's why they always kept it really, really dark. And whenever we went over there, it was always really dark, so he could see better around the house. So when he was 30 years old, Delaware State Trooper pulled him over. Yes, pulled him over, and because he had a headlight out. And while he was conducting the stop, my grandfather admitted that he was blind and he could only see very little by headlight. And I was like, that's like the perfect excuse. Did you know you had a headlight out? No, I didn't see it. But he was blind, and the officer said it was in the newspaper. The officer could see that the female passenger kept reaching over to correct the steering wheel, he was blind driving, and she was helping him.
Hey, I mean, you couldn't get away with that nowadays.
No. That stuff like that's what makes it all worth it.
I feel like at some point I'll do that just because, like, I know my dad's side of the family, like, in and out, but, like, I know nothing about my mom's side of the family, and because she, for whatever reason, she's kept it, like, very close to the chest, and just, like, doesn't want us to know anything about it. Which, like, I mean, I guess I understand because there's, like, connections to the mob, and then there's, like, you know, the classic, like, North Shore, like, fishing industry of just, like, purebred alcoholics that are just trashy. So, like, it's a mix of the two. So, like, we have family reunions on my dad's side of the family. Like, I know all my cousins. I know, like, all my aunts and uncles and stuff, but, like, I don't know any of that on my mom's side. So, like, and I think she's probably gonna take that to her grave. So, like, I imagine at some point I'll do like an ancestry thing just to see what's out there, because, like, I had my my great aunt. I don't know. It was like, I don't know, my third cousin. It was my mom's cousin. She passed away.
I've learned a lot of stuff so far
recently, and so, like, went to the funeral and stuff, and it was just like hundreds of people, but they all are, like, related. And I was like, oh my god, like, we have this many relatives, and my mom's just like, yeah, let's get out of here. Like, oh, okay. Like, I would kind of like to
don't want to stop and catch up.
Yeah. Well, they have, like, most of them have, like, the most common Irish name in history, but it's all over this area, and so come to find out, like, a lot of them are directly related to me. So it's like, okay, well, I didn't know.
I almost blurted it out. It was on the tip of my tongue, and I was like, oh shit, wait, no, that he actually said that as a variation of his last name. I better not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what it is, so.
Yeah, that's what
like,
I was.
But it's just like, it's all over the place here because it's all Irish around here.
Yeah, I mean, that.
And, like,
kind
come
of
to find out, they're all, yeah, they're all related to me, most of them. Well, most of them. And it's like, well, Jesus, like, why can't we
Very
interact?
mobby name too.
Yep.
Congratulations.
I know. My mom, I'll never forget my mom just saying, just like, oh yeah, like, we just, like, got a car one day, and, like, I asked my dad about it, and he was just like, oh yeah, it fell off the back of a truck. And I was like, that's the most cliche mob thing.
Yeah.
That you can say. It's like, I get it. You know, ashamed of your family history.
Now, see, I would find out and be like, dude, that's badass.
Well, that's what
my
I'm saying.
uncle was a high-ranking mob member.
Yeah. It's like, if my grandfather was in with, like, Whitey Bulger and stuff, like, I want to know. Because I'm pretty sure he was. But, like, I'm holding off on the ancestry. Like, if someone else does it, fine, but I'm not going to do it myself, because now they're, and not like I'm ever going to commit a crime, all right? But, like, I pride myself in the fact that, like, I have no fingerprints on file. I have no, like, there's no reason, I have nothing in any kind of criminal database. Like, there's no DNA, there's no nothing.
Hell, you might get a reward if you do it with all your mom's side of the family connections. You might solve a lot of crimes if you took one. You might get key to the city.
I'm like, Yeah. Well, that's
You
the
also might
thing.
get a hit put out on you for snitching.
It's also true. They're like, who's this guy? PJs, we're coming after him. Like, I pride myself on that. In the sense that, like, I mean, let's look at hypothetical situations. Like, if I were to commit a crime, like, they wouldn't have anything to go on. Like, my name wouldn't be in the system. There'd be no DNA, there'd be no nothing. But what they're using with the ancestry stuff is they can contact the people that run the ancestry.com and like their genetic profiling stuff, and they can get like they can subpoena the DNA that's submitted so they can find like familial matches. So if you submit your stuff, like your own personal DNA, to something like Ancestry, like the cops can get that. And again,
I don't plan on committing any crimes. So.
Same.
See, my stepmom's got a different
No.
reason for it.
But like, I don't want the government to have it. Like, I don't use the face recognition for my iPhone. I don't use the I don't use the fingerprint thing.
Well, that's out. They don't do that anymore.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like at one point that was a popular thing, and it's just like I refused to have a phone. That's why I have the iPhone SE, like the 2021, like the new one, and before that I had the old SE. And for the reasoning that like I could still unlock my phone without having to do like a thumbprint or facial recognition. Because if they have record of that, then the government can have it. I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah, for someone who's not planning on committing a crime.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no intentions.
So yeah, it's a little bit crazy.
I'm just saying, like one day, shit hits the fan, like, and they just a crazy hypothetical. Like, if one day shit hits the fan, and they start trying to like round up people, and all they have to go on is like their database and stuff. Like, I don't want to be in that database. So, like, one of the things I was nervous about when I was doing the police, when I was doing the police exam, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to get my gun license, and then they're gonna have everything.
Ah, you sir, one paranoid little fucker.
Yeah,
I thought I was bad.
Yeah,
but so my stepmom's got a completely different. She'll never do it. Like she's encouraged my dad to do it, but she'll never do it because she was adopted, and she's perfectly happy knowing the family that adopted her. She doesn't want to take it and have people that like from the family that gave her up reaching out to her and everything. She just doesn't want to open that can of worms. And I was like, that's completely understandable. So she'll never do one, but my dad's open to the idea. And I'm like, well, my brother's already taken one. I'm about to take one. So anyone you're going to be related to is going to show up.
Yeah, I mean, like, my uncle on my dad's side did the ancestry thing, and then like he didn't get into like the details, but he shared like the where we're from thing, which was surprising because I didn't expect that on my dad's side. Like, I always thought that I was 50% Irish, 50% German. But it wasn't the case.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought we were mainly Irish. Turns out we're mainly Scottish, and with a little bit of German sprinkled in.
Yeah.
Scottish and English.
Yep. So I have the breakdown here. My uncle sent it to us. He said British and Irish, 40.9%. French and German, 34%. Iberian, 3%. Broadly Northwestern European, 17%.
Yeah, but that's your dad. That's not including your mother's side. So.
Oh yeah,
you'll be completely different.
Right. Well, I assumed like I was 50-50 because I thought that my dad's side was 100% German and my mom's side was 100% Irish. So like I'm probably like based on this, I'm probably like 75% Irish, and then like or like 70% Irish. And no, probably like 75, and then the remaining is going to be like German and French, I guess. I don't know.
That's what I took it, and then my brother took it. When I took mine and gave my results to my dad, he was completely confused because he's always been told that his grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee.
Same. I was told that too. My great-grandmother was a Cherokee Indian.
Yeah, so he was like, he goes, the way I think about it,
like, where is that?
If she's full-blooded Cherokee, that means his mother would have to at least been 50%. He said, and then that would mean each of her kids would at least a quarter, as it makes sense to me. And he goes, so why do you have none in your blood? Because you should be at least an eighth if she was full-blooded. And I was like, I can't answer that. And then my brother took it, and he sent his results to my dad, and my dad was like, I think I think my sister is full of shit, because there is no way that my grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee, and then my kids have 0% Native American blood in them. See, I always thought that I would have at least a little bit, because if you look at my mother's side of the family, they're all darker skinned. Like black hair. My uncle and especially my cousin are very dark. And I was like, okay, if there's any Native American, that would be on their side. Nope, none. But, so, my brother is married to a black woman, and he got his results, and he looked at over, and he said, I just turned to my wife and said, you married a white man. Because it's like, it's Irish, Scottish, English, and German. That's all it's in there. He was like, you married a white boy.
Well, I mean, that'll affect the future Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because both my brothers from my dad's previous marriage both have biracial children. The older of the two he's only got one kid, and then the younger two has two. One is white, one's biracial. So that should be interesting down the line. What was really cool is my brother-in-law who passed away as I was doing this ancestry stuff. They actually have uploaded yearbook photos that like you can access yearbooks online, and then found yearbook photos of him, which was kind of cool to see.
I mean, that's kind of wild.
Mm-hmm. But hell, so far I've traced my dad's line back to the 1800s, and the last in the paternal line there, my highest, or the highest great grandfather I got, the woman he was married to, I got her line traced all the way back to the 1500s. So,
Damn.
I got to a point where I was starting to see it wasn't the state of Delaware, it was the British colony of Delaware, or Virginia, one of the two. It was wild to see. I was like, wow, we're not even, nothing's got U.S. anymore. It's all UK. But then there's like, the problem with that is there's a lot of people with ancestry that they don't read into the clues. They just toss, and I'm guilty of that too. With people I don't really know, I'll just toss the clues in. That's why I went back and restarted my family tree to be a little bit more careful about what I'm doing, because there's a lot of people that have previously done, because when you connect family trees to people that are like have visible, like you get hints.
They'll know.
And a lot of people have my grandfather dying in Washington, because there's another guy by the same name that died in Washington like a year later. So it's like, no. I remember that day quite clearly. It was here in Delaware. So it's you gotta be careful of that. That's the one downfall to it.
Yeah.
That, and like, you got a bunch of people like there's one person that somehow our family's connected. I haven't picked, narrowed it down yet, but her family tree comes up a lot in mine, and she's apparently a professional genealogist. And I was like, okay, right. So you're not that good, because you said that my grandmother was born in New York, but if you look here at the census, it clearly states that she was born in Georgia, and if you look here at her wedding license, it clearly says she was born in Georgia as well. So now my great grandfather, her father was from Niagara, New York, but she was born in Georgia. And that dude got
like she needs to get a new job.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very much a newbie at this, and I've already poked holes in her family tree. If she's getting paid to do other people's, yikes.
Well, I mean, it's also, to an extent, it's like the same thing as being like a tarot card reader. Like, you just tell the people what they want to hear. To an extent. Hey, what are we doing for 18, 13, 12, and 11?
If you want to do them all corn, go for it.
Corn? Okay.
1950s, that's impressive. Yeah. I've dated that family back as far, I get my family, but her family, like her line, I guess, I don't know. I've dated that all the way back prior to them coming to America. Pretty awesome.
She's from Georgia, right?
My mother? Or my mother?
No.
My grandmother?
No. The one that does the genealogy.
Oh, no, she's from Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay. Well. Okay. I think that's your answer right there. Yeah, that's one part of the country I've never explored. gonna be like a genealogist in Kentucky. I feel like that could get pretty complicated.
Dude, I want to be a genealogist in Alabama. That's
like,
super easy.
Well, I'm saying this. That's kind of my point with Kentucky. Kind of the same thing going on there. It's just like, hey, you know, your cousin, it's also your brother. So, like, your family tree is very small.
Was once your uncle. If you see this, he circles back over here. He's also your cousin's husband. Them branches are all intertwined. Jesus, Pete.
No, it's just like one stick. It's like everything you need to know.
Only
is
one branch off the tree.
Y'all been inbred for centuries. It's like your uncle, that's actually your dad.
God.
He was also your grandfather at the same time.
That's why I would love to work for one of these DNA companies. Some of
the apt up stuff that you see, where it's just like, congratulations, you're an inbred.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of the messed up stuff that they see. Oh
congratulations! God. I know the reason why you got club foot.
Yeah. Right. It's like, this is the reason why your kids are quadriplegic. It's because you're like 3 generations of inbred. The 4th generation really does it. Jesus.
God bless Mary. She actually married someone that wasn't related to you.
I know.
Oh, and I did something else for the first time last night that I've never done before.
Butt stuff?
No.
Oh.
Close. I watched Twister.
Oh, Twister 2?
No. No,
the original?
I've never seen the original before.
Oh, that's right. You haven't. No, what'd you think? With Bill Paxton?
It was good. I just don't understand that. I mean, like, it's not, to me, it's not like, oh my God, this is such a great movie. I have to make it my whole personality like some people do. But it was good.
No, it's not. I've never met anyone that made Twister their whole personality. What the fuck are you talking about?
You meet Tyler? Tyler was like, that was his.
He lives in tornado country, so.
And I'm pretty sure JT's got like a huge heart on for the movie too.
Also lives in tornado area.
Yeah. So
cornfields.
Yeah, but it was a good movie.
It's a good. It's.
I'm not so certain about the new one. I don't know. It looked cool, but I don't know. It seems like it could be a little bit of annoying.
Because what? Twister came out in what, 93 or 95?
It was pre-Titanic days, so that was before 97.
Yeah, so either 93 or 95. But like, I mean, you got to look at the movie for what it is. So, like, they did, like, look at those special effects. Like, the tornadoes did look pretty real.
Oh yeah. What was it? The opening scene where they had like the what was the satellite? No, the satellite in space. I just laughed and told my wife, I was like, "You gotta love that '90s CGI."
Yeah.
Oh no, the tornadoes themselves though, that was pretty well done. Some of the other CGI they had was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, overall, it was a good movie. Like,
yeah, no, I'm not. No, I wholeheartedly agree. It was a pretty good movie.
Like, am I obsessed with it? No, but is it?
But there are other people that really are.
Is it on my list of, like, I don't know, one of the movies that I watched on repeat growing up. Yep, it is. I don't know why, but I watched that from, I don't know, probably age 6 to whenever they stopped doing VHS, because I used to have it on VHS. And that's why I don't want to watch I can see why they did a remake of it. Because, like, I think it's a pretty obscure title to do a remake of, so, like, why not? I get it, but I don't think they did it well. Because I think 99% of it is CGI. And you
No,
didn't
most
include
movies
any
is.
of the original cast.
Oh,
Like,
not
nobody
true.
in the original.
That
What?
one guy, he was in both movies.
Oh, something. What's his name? Something dog. Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, the bald guy. He was like, because he was on the red carpet or whatever. He was like, I had small part in the original movie, and it showed a pregnant woman. He said that woman there in the background, that's my mom, and she was pregnant with me at the time.
Okay. Well, right.
It
Fine.
counts.
Fine. Aside from that creepy guy, not much in the way of original cast. And my big thing is that if you're doing remakes or sequels, like, include the original cast when possible.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Like, Helen Hunt's still alive. Bill Paxton's still alive.
No, he's not. Bill
Oh,
Paxton
no, he's
died.
not. Nope. Yeah, Bill Paxton did die. My bad. R.I.P.
Ripperoni.
But, like, who was the guy? No, he had a silly nickname. It was driving one of the camper cars. Come on, you watched this more recently than me.
I don't. I'm horrible. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No.
Philip Seymour Hoffman was in Twister.
Oh.
He was the one that drove the bus, right?
Oh my God, that was him?
Pretty sure it's him. Yeah, it's
no,
him.
you're
100%.
right. Yeah. What was his name though in the movie? Shit. Dustin. Oh, Jamie Gertz.
Yeah, she's one that you could probably have skipped in the movie. I think her character is pretty well written out.
Oh, that was the point. Yeah, he was too dedicated to the job. She wasn't happy with that. Damn. How did he die? He was only 61.
Who?
Bill Paxton.
Huh. What was the one?
How did he die? Oh, shit. Ugh, that's not a good way to go. He had a damaged aortic heart valve.
Mm.
He underwent open heart surgery at Cedars-Sinai in LA to repair the valve and correct an aortic aneurysm. A day later, he underwent emergency second surgery to repair a damaged coronary artery. His condition deteriorated over the following 10 days, and he died of a stroke. Ugh. God, at 61, that sucks. Ugh, can't imagine. I feel like when you get into your 60s or something like that, like shit gets scary. No, thank you.
I thought for sure these two would be related.
Who?
The one who plays Rabbit in the original and the main co-star. In the
Rabbit. That was the name I knew there was some nickname that I was looking for.
Rabbit was the one that was given directions.
Yeah.
But because the guy who plays
he's
him was
been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the guy that plays him, Alan Rook. I could have swore he was somehow related to the guy who plays the Glenn Powell,
Robert
the
Nerd?
one that plays the main star or the main male star in the newest one. Because they kind of look alike, like they have the same eyes and nose. But they're not.
Oh, he's been in a bunch of stuff.
A lot of the
he was the guy in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, this buddy.
Yeah. It's been a bunch of stuff.
Oh, Steve's been answering our questions the whole time. Just nothing.
Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the chat now. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I had
Thanks, Steve.
I had IMDb pulled up and I just closed it
Yeah,
out
me
and
too,
see that
too. I literally
Steve
have
is
that up.
answering all of our questions.
Yeah, Yes, he played Dusty. Alan Ruck played him. Yeah. He was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yes, him. LOL. Oh my god. Oh. What an idiot. Not Steve, me. Just-
I missed it too, so I'm in the same boat.
He was in Speed? Oh, yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm. He's in a lot of shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we grew up with it at least.
Yeah. So I kind of started watching Succession. Like, not really, but I know he's in that too. But that's pretty good. Supposed to be. I've noticed that there hasn't been a lot of stuff out from Apple recently.
TV.
Like, yeah, like the original shows. Like, there hasn't been much out from them. Because I expect that to be the best. With like Ted Lasso and what's it? Morning News or whatever it is. With Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh yeah. The one where she did it right after she got plastic surgery and it creeped everybody out.
What?
Oh, did you not hear about this?
No.
So apparently, I think it was how many seasons of the morning news is there?
Ooh, 2 or 3.
Okay, so either second or third one, right before they start filming it, Jennifer Aniston got plastic surgery on her face, and it creeped a lot of people out because it looked unnatural. Like, a lot of people were saying it looked almost like it was robotic. Her facial movements. Then what was her friend's co-star? She did something where right after she got lip fillers, and people were just like, "Eee."
Reese Witherspoon?
No, Courtney Cox. There you go, from Friends. Her friend's co-star. I watched The Boys on Amazon, and the one that plays The Boys, it's the superhero or parody. It was actually a comic book, and then they turned it into, but it's parodies superhero, like the genre. So the one that plays Starlight in the series, she got a ton of facial work done before the latest season, and everybody is making fun of her. And the best one I've seen so far was a guy said she looked like the Easter Island statues.
Oh,
like, why'd they recast Starlight with one of the guys from the Easter Island statue or whatever? It's like, it's sad because he's right. And other people comparing her to the square-jawed Squidward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why people would want someone to just like take a knife to their face. Like,
well, you know, speaking of that, let's talk about your hometown boy.
Hometown boy?
Mm-hmm. Mr. Joseph Biden.
What about him?
Oh,
Hey, and he's not from Delaware. Just he lives here.
No, I know he's from
Pennsylvania.
I know he's from Pennsylvania. I know he is.
Everybody he's like, oh, he's from Delaware. No, he's not. He's not from Delaware.
I know that.
We don't claim him. Okay, we do kind of
claim him.
we
do claim him.
Unfortunately.
Wholeheartedly. I'm very proud of it.
You know, because it's kind of our only claim to fame. Okay,
like
we finally got a president. It was a terrible choice, but you know.
Yeah, but like, listen, I've been watching my fair share of TikToks and stuff, but like conspiracy theories.
Okay, you know what I think happened?
I think he's dead.
No, I don't think he's dead.
Well, no, maybe I don't think he's dead. I don't think he gave that. Well, I don't think he gave. I think he gave that speech, but it wasn't. Well, I know for a fact
it was pre-recorded because you can tell by his watch.
Yeah, but, and he also claimed that he doesn't want to do anything after 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
and his conference was scheduled for 8 o'clock.
Yeah, someone pointed out, it's like, why?
It wasn't live.
He just said that he doesn't. He's not doing anything after 8 o'clock anymore, and then
he was tanned up like Trump.
Yeah,
and he had a massive bruise on his chin, or like on his jawline.
No, I didn't hear about that one. I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No.
No. You gotta watch it. It really doesn't look like him. It looks like a completely different person.
Not to mention, there's videos where apparently he's like He's a couple inches taller or something like that.
Yeah,
But
so
here's
him going out to the party after his speech, like because they had to have a party to celebrate him not running for president again, I guess. I don't know. It was kind of a weird thing that they all celebrated him like completing his speech.
because he's like a child.
But I think a lot, yeah. I don't know.
So here's my theory. Here's what happened.
Super
was
bad shape.
After like they weren't sold on him running again, but
Yeah, they were.
no, I don't think they were 100% sold. Like they were like, we got
No, they
nobody
were all
better
sold
right
on
now.
him.
So
Yeah.
so let's put him in
gotta
there,
run with
and
that
then
because-
after that debate, they're just like. So what they did was he didn't want to give it up. He fully planned on running again, and
Nancy.
then all of a sudden he come down with the vid again. I think that was the cover of the story of him just throwing a temper tantrum and going home. I think 100% he just threw a temper tantrum, went back to Rehoboth, and stayed there and refused to do anything. So they had to like threaten, like, because they wanted him to pull out. So they probably threatened him with something like, we're gonna leak your shady deals that you and your son did if you don't cooperate with us. And he threw a temper tantrum, went home, and the only way they could have come to an agreement was they agreed to let him finish his term if he did not run.
Well, I can
run
promise you that
next.
you're never going to see him do any kind of public broadcast ever again. He won't.
Probably not.
I mean, he is.
That might have been very well, but
senile. Like, he is senile.
yep. And now everybody who could, told us for the past 3 years that, oh no, he's perfectly fit and everything. Now they're telling us, oh, Kamala is the best choice you got. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because, like, they essentially took away the vote for, like, who's gonna.
Yeah, they
run for
effectively
president.
took
Like,
Democrats' ability to choose who they wanted to run for president away.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, they waited this long, and then they just, like, left it up to Kamala to be the next president, and, like, didn't give anybody else a choice. I actually thought what was it, like, the governor of Pennsylvania, I think, like, he was one of the potential running mates, or, like, in contention, and I think that he'd be a better fit. But nobody got a say in it.
I don't think the Democrats have anybody right now
No,
that they
and the
can
problem is that
effectively
Kamala's so
run against
new,
Trump.
and she's been so. I guess I don't know. I'm gonna use the term flaccid. Of, like, when it comes to anything, like, nobody knows really, like, what she's all about.
She's about what they tell her to be about.
Mm-hmm.
That's 100%
Exactly.
why they want her in there, because she is
Exactly.
pliable.
And yep.
But like I said, what they should have done is just let Joe run, because he was going to get beat. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was going to get beat. They should have just let him run, let him get beat, and then spend 4 years building the next candidate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they
Like,
got to know.
Have him hit the campaign trail, like, year one, like, build them up.
Yeah, start spotlighting them. Like, but
Yeah, and they did.
mean,
But, like, the problem is that Kamala Harris is so new that like the dirty laundry has yet to be aired, and it's going to be. Like, Trump's laundry has been like breezing in the wind for years. Like, everyone knows everything
all
about
got a whiff of his dirty laundry.
Yeah, like we all know what that's about. And the fact that, he had an assassination attempt against him is only going to strengthen the bonds of the people that want to vote for him.
Mm-hmm. The day that happened, I'm pretty sure he just locked up the election. He's going to have more votes than ever.
Yeah.
And
the problem is like the first time around, I was all about it. Like, I was fine with it. This time around, I'm kind of scared.
Oh, the first 30 days are going to be absolute chaos.
I'm kind of scared about that.
He's going to go in and be like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, historically, I lean to the right. But...
Although, I will say that I think...
have, like, leftist ideals in terms of, like, abortion and certain things like that. But
after he got shot at, he's toned down a little bit.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he has.
He did during the RNC, but then he came back as soon as he realized that Kamala was running against him and not Biden. He came back and was just like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk trash about this lady."
Oh yeah, of course. But he did, like, he's not as outrageous as I think he
still kind of is now.
He'll be a little bit more.
He's not going to be toned down.
I think he will. I think he's going to be a little more pleasant.
So far, he hasn't been.
I do love that he came out to many men, though. That was absolutely hilarious. Did you see that clip?
Yeah, dude. The best part about that was 50 Cent was playing his show in Boston the night that happened, and he already had that picture out. Like, that was his background for the concert of, like, Trump with his fist in the air afterwards, and then just that's pretty cool.
Like, I was like, that's got to be his news. And then he came out one of the rallies here recently. He came out, many men. I was like, no.
I mean, he has to.
He is a trip.
Yeah. I just worry this time around because there's so much at hand. Like, I mean, like, he was buddies with Putin.
Yeah.
And
as soon as he gets in office,
not gonna go well.
That shit's done.
He's going to side with
Ukraine,
Putin, and then, like, Ukraine's going to get taken over, and that's going to be it.
No,
like,
no, you do realize that they both agreed already. Zelensky and Putin both agreed already to call it all off. You do realize that's already happened, right? And then Biden sent the guy over and just pretty much tore up the contract, and that's why it's still going on. Day one, Jesus Christ, Trump's gonna come in. That shit's gonna be done.
Yeah, but
bet. Putin's already said he's willing to work with Trump.
Well, yes, because Trump's gonna be on Putin's side, and like, we don't need to have that. Like, he's gonna side with Putin. We
shouldn't be on Zelensky's side. They're both. Let them fight it out themselves. Just step out of it. That's
right.
Because Zelensky is
just
as bad as Putin.
Like, let them fight it out themselves. I agree with that, but like, don't. You can't side with the commies. You really can't.
He's not gonna side with them. He's just gonna pretty much say, no, he's not.
He is.
No.
And his version of siding
have
with
you
them
heard the shit he was talking to Putin behind closed doors?
Yeah.
He's come out and he was like, what was it? He threatened. He had the picture of a couple of his top guys, where they lived and everything. And he just left it on the table, and he's like, "We're gonna fucking kill him." Just to Putin's face. No, Putin. They're not gonna work together. They don't. They're not like buddy. Putin just respects Trump because Trump he doesn't fuck around, and he has no respect for Biden because Biden is in Zelensky. Zelensky's gotta have some shit on Biden. I'm telling you right now. With as much money as they've pumped out to Ukraine,
oh yeah,
and
probably has something to do with his deal with his son.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Zelensky's got some shit on Biden.
Because like he always keeps coming back to the U.S. for more money. He doesn't go back to the UN for more money. He comes back to the U.S.
Because he knows that Biden, even like the Congress is like, no, we're not sending any more money, and Biden's like, I'll get out the checkbook. We're just gonna write an order here, an executive order.
Yeah.
So he's got to have something on Biden. For Biden just to keep sending him fucking money like he does.
I don't know. This time around, like I said, I was full blown. I was like ready for.
The hell is that?
Some drums. I don't know. Someone just joined in here.
What's up, yo?
That's it. I don't know. First time around, I was like, well, we need to change. We need to do something. And then, like, it worked out pretty well. Economically.
It's gone to again, man.
I don't think so.
I think it's gonna be work out twice as good as it did before.
No, I think the key focus right now is international relations, which is something that we need to really figure out because of the whole like Palestine Israel thing and the Ukraine Russia thing, like two things that we're just involved with, which in my opinion, like just like you said, just like let them hash it out, like whatever.
But see, the thing is, we were better on the international stage with Trump and he was. Yeah, we were. We had no wars. We were actually on decent terms with North Korea and Russia at the same time.
I don't want to be on. I'm sorry, I don't want to be on good terms with North Korea. Like,
I am perfectly okay with being civil towards them. If it prevents war from happening,
they're not capable. They're not capable of war.
They are. As long as you have nuclear warheads, you're more than capable of war.
But they can only launch them like 100 miles offshore.
Doesn't
They're
matter.
Not capable of anything.
If they launch it just into another country that's closer, you're still gonna have war break out across the globe. So if you keep peace with them, just be like, hey, we cool. You do what you do, I'll do what I do. We'll respect each other. That's all I need. That's the problem. When we start telling other countries what they can and can't do, that's when shit goes south. And that's when we get wars like crazy. And when we pick a side, that's when we get drug into it. Just stay the shit out. Like this is on you. We're not helping. Just don't go blowing each other up, because if you do, we're gonna have to blow you up. Okay, cool. We are so bad off right now as a nation that we don't need to focus on who's killing who for what reason. We need to focus on
we gotta figure out our own shit.
How we're gonna get our own people to live.
We need to figure out healthcare.
And I'm sorry, but RFK, after his TikTok, he's not the guy. He is so
literally no one ever said that.
No, I'm just saying. I saw this and I told my wife, I was like, we're living
at like 0.5%.
We're living in bizarro world right now. This guy is so disconnected with reality. There's over half our country is struggling to buy just basic groceries. And this guy is on TikTok bragging about feeding his dog steak and chicken. Like he's frying up steak and chicken, tossing them in the dog bowls. I'm like,
oh, well, you know what's fascinating?
what?
Is, like, I had this huge debate with my parents, mostly my mom, of like the fact that like the current state of the economy is absolute trash, and like my personal opinion is because it's a result of Biden. And what we really needed to happen was to have a recession. And my mom was just like, no, absolutely not. You don't even know what it's like to go through a recession. And it's like, well,
can we just go through like a
maybe not? No, we didn't.
Semi-recession in like
It's
08?
technically not a recession. Well, 08, yes, is a recession.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We were kids, so we didn't have the responsibilities of adults then. But she's like, you have no idea what we had to go through just to, keep food on the table and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, but just like mathematically speaking, like if you just look at it from an economist perspective, like in order to balance out the system, balance out the economy, like you needed to have a recession too, because then there wouldn't have been any inflation. But what Biden did is like jacked up inflation, increased interest rates. Yeah. So the price of everything got so expensive, and the jobs have not matched. Like the pay for jobs hasn't matched inflation rates. Like your annual increase. So like my annual increase is like 2.5%, let's say. But inflation was at like 5.5% last year. So it doesn't match. What you needed
been pretty good
to have happen was a full-blown recession. And that would have made things equal. Like it would have sucked, but like it still sucks right now. Like you can't afford to go and do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really no difference. Yeah.
We got
my mom was saying like, oh, that's because like during the
that's like number one on my list. Like if you got,
I mean, my mom was using those stats. She's like, oh, well, the cars and stuff and like food and stuff. Like you can go to the supermarket and sometimes there's not stuff there. And it's like, well, yeah, because I mean that's the result of like that's the after effects of COVID. Like the car market's never going to be the same because like they found a system that worked for them. So instead of having, like 300 or 400 cars on the lot, they found that like custom building a car and having it made for a customer is much more effective than just having random cars on the lot. So they're not going back to that strategy anymore. They're sticking with things that worked for them during COVID, which made them more money.
I still think we're going to see
it's still like not where it was pre-COVID. So like their lead times are a lot longer. If you want to custom order a car, like it's going to take you 6 months to get it still. But they're not sitting there with hundreds of cars on their lots, and that's less money that the dealerships have to pay.
Yeah, I still think we're going to see a shift in how that like they're gonna have like one of each model in each trim package on the lot, and then you're gonna test drive it, and then they'll order you one. That one stays on the lot. They order you one, or they sell you that one if that's exactly how you want it, color, trim, everything.
Yeah,
and then they'll replace it.
A replacement on the lot.
Yeah.
But like,
Or they're all going to be basic colors, like every car on the lot will be white, and then you'll see the color shades that it comes in.
That's what my wife was dealing with, because there was like other colors that she could have gotten, but like they don't really make those colors unless you custom order it. But like the ones that were on the lot, it was white, black, silver, and navy. Or like dark blue, and those were the only colors that she could choose from if she wanted a car.
I'm pretty good game. Thanks for asking. Yep.
And it's like, well, yeah, it also comes in like bright orange and like lime green and stuff, but if you want that, you have to custom order it. But she had to test drive what was on the lot, and she had to pick from what they had available. And my point was, I was just like, yeah, I mean, like, if you're going to resell the car at some point, like trade it in or anything like that, like, you have to pick a common color. But there's specific things that will just never go back after the pandemic. Like, I went to the movies a couple weeks ago, and that was a completely different experience.
Well, it's kind of the same for me. 'Cause we just went to watch Inside Out 2.
Yeah, we went and we saw it.
If.
Not it.
Great movie.
If.
I enjoyed that a lot.
I mean, gotta love John Krasinski.
Just the amount of like the voice actors that were in it for the If where it was just crazy. I was like, wait, I know that guy. Oh, that's the dad from Stepdads.
So the whole thing, I was like telling my wife, I was like, that's this guy. She's like, who? I'm like, this person. Like, pull it up on my phone. She's like, oh yeah.
That's how we were when we were watching. We watched it at home.
Because like you wouldn't really know.
Oh yeah, the art teacher, we're like, who is that guy? Who is that? I was like, we know that voice. And I looked at it, I was like, that's the dad from Stepdad. or Step Brothers.
Yep. But yeah, the whole movie going experience is like completely different than how it was pre-pandemic.
How is it different? Other than being even more expensive.
Yeah, so now they're all about like you can't just show up and get a ticket. Like you got to do it in advance and like pick your seat.
I don't know. You can still do that here.
Oh.
You just have like a lot of people are pre-order or like pre-buying their like we buy our tickets online beforehand. That's why we went to see Inside Out, and like it was two women and they had two children. One of them was really young, and they bought their tickets after they got there, and all was left were separate seats. So like there was two seats together, and they put the two girls there. Directly behind them was where one of the mothers were sitting, and at the very end of that, keep in mind these two kids were like almost towards the middle, and then the other mom was all the way at the end of the row, that same row. And I'm just like, you have two young kids. Wait and catch a later show where you're sitting all together. You are putting two young kids, and the whole time the little kid, it was a little girl. She was yelling during the movie. She was turning around yelling at the mother behind her, "Save me some popcorn!" And it's like, get your kid. And then she started crying middle way through. It's just like, get your kid. Like, come on. I fully understand taking your kids to the movies, but sit with them. So, you know, you're there if something happens. Not at the end of the fucking aisle. But it's nice to, because if you order them early enough, you can pick whatever seat you want, and you know when you show up, you're gonna have that seat. It's great.
Yeah, and I think that's been more of a staple coming out of the pandemic, like the, pick your seats online.
Oh, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. That's another beautiful result or outcome from that picking your seats when you go to the theater before you go to the theater. Bless you.
Yeah, I will say that, like, from the pandemic, it has only supported my antisocial nature, where it's like everything could just be done in advance online.
Yeah.
So, like, if I like going to dinner, it's like, prior to the pandemic, I'd say maybe less than half of like restaurants and stuff had the ability to make a reservation online. And now it's just like almost everywhere you go, you can make a reservation online.
I know. That is so awesome.
Yeah. I don't care. What are you doing? As long as you're not watching like porn or something.
This conversation one-sided is amazing.
Oh, it's the monster truck. Yeah, it is.
When you call my name, like a little crack. Off the 2-week roll at a few large fires in Oregon.
Ah, what's the game?
What's that?
Hang on.
What game?
That was BMG. I was gonna say, because I have Monster Truck Championship. Wasn't sure if it was that. That game sucks.
Did you see the picture that guy put in the chat for iRacing? Where he put my logo on the side of his car? That was dope as shit. And it looked real too. Like he was... My wife even was like, is that in game somewhere? What game is that? She did it for a second and it looked like it was 100% real.
Oh, you do iRace?
Well, he just found a new friend.
I do. Yeah. I haven't done it in a while.
Okay, now we know the guy is not actually watching.
What do you use for setup?
Turn him back up.
Thrustmaster TMX Pro and 3 pieces of metal welded together.
That is right up PJ's alley.
No shot. Your name is PJ? I got a friend named PJ that does this too.
That's what I go by. Cat's pajamas, aka PJs.
Yeah, Phoenix, give me a second. I'll pull up the car.
AKA Lester the Jester.
No. No, not even close.
Rissy, yeah, I'm good.
Damn, yeah, I haven't done iRacing since I got the Quest 3.
Oh, PJ's, if I win this giveaway, which I'm kind of hoping I get the
How likely?
yeah. Well, my wife entered it, so she's got a better chance.
pretty
She always
likely.
yeah. But it's a gaming desktop giveaway, but it comes with 2 joysticks and then the foot pedals for flying. I have no use for it, so I'm like, I'll just give that to PJ's.
Oh, we can do an even trade. I'll give the Quest 2 for those.
Feel like
Even
I'm
trade.
feeling I'm getting the shittier end of this deal.
What? No way.
That's why I said I was going to give it to you anyway, because I don't have no use for it if I win it. But I'm kind of hoping for the Xbox giveaway, the Deadpool with the booty controllers.
I
No,
beg your pardon?
I gotta get this.
Have you not seen? They released a special edition Xbox controller for the new Deadpool movie, and it's actually Deadpool's ass.
Oh,
Like the
that's
back
fucking
of it is
incredible.
is booty cheeks.
I need that in my life.
That's what I said. And I as soon as my wife was at work, I was like, as soon as she got home, I was like, I need you to air this giveaway ASAP. Oh, hello, Mr. JT. How are you, sir?
What do you have? What do you have your resistance at for the? I have a G920 for my steering wheel.
I'm honestly not sure. I feel like when I was on beam, it screwed it up though, because it's a little tighter now. I gotta go back on there and turn it off.
I know, like iRacing, like tightened up things a little bit recently. But my problem was it was just so loose.
Extremely
that
tired. Didn't
it was
go
really
to
tough to
bed?
race.
Question mark.
That's why I like Supers, is because just you can put enough wheel input in them and they just become your bitch for the next however many laps that race is.
Yeah.
Fix PJ's mess right here.
Oh yeah, there's the car. Nice. Look at that.
Phoenix.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Look at my stream. I got bored one day and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll put him on a car.
That's badass. Yeah, my wife. The one picture shared, my wife saw it, and she honestly thought it was real at first.
Yeah, it was from like that angle.
Yeah. Well, no, you were in the pits, and you could see the guy standing over your head, like over top. You could
Oh,
see the
yeah.
top of his head. So she saw that, and she's like, "Is that real?" And then she looked at it close. She's like, "No, that's what game's that from?"
Is this picture. I wish iRacing's resolution actually put it on there without being pixelated, but we'll take it.
I gotta add that to my car.
I do designs, I'm just saying. Also do fire truck designs, those are pretty fun.
That's my wheelhouse in Farm Sim 17. I guess I could technically do it in 22 too, but
22 doesn't have good looking lights.
no. Sucky ass lights.
That's like my one biggest issue with playing with fire trucks on there is I'm like, damn, what the hell are these?
Not to mention that the way, like, it's harder to, like, swap things around when you need it. You can't take the bed off one truck, put it on another truck, because everything's so, that's been put out at least anyway, is so, so you gotta take everything back into Blender just to remove one part and put it on something else. And it's like, yeah. I'll stick with 17 where they look better, and I can swap them, do whatever I want with them.
Damn, iRacing changed something. It's maxing out my GPU.
Yes,
So
sir, that's who that is.
I've been saving up to get the Fanatec. Just to get the...
you are going to waste your money, brother.
What?
Get a
Dude,
Moza.
A Moza?
Moza R3.
Moza R3. Okay.
Fanatec's are... We're just going to... Fanatec's are good, but it's...
I just want some
I
like
don't know, they're probably not
realistic
too quick.
feedback. And you
Do
can't
what?
get that with the G920.
Yeah, it's about the issue I have with my Thrustmasters. I love it, but it don't feel like a real race car.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Like, I mean, the same thing for all of the driving games. Like, I max out the force feedback, and it's just nothing. So I feel like I need like a, I don't know, like a belt drive.
You mean a direct drive?
Yeah. Sorry.
I know what you meant.
What's it called? Moza.
Moza, I'm looking for the wheel on here right now.
Moza Sim Racing.
Because all these guys are direct drive.
Yeah, something like that.
A friend of mine's got the R9 with one of the custom stock car wheels. Oh, damn. Discord's what's maxing it now. Hold up.
Yeah, I think Discord's hell on computers.
It's awful.
Every time I do something, that's what,
out.
Like when my computer crashes out, it's always I'm doing something in Discord.
Yeah, for some reason, that's never happened to me. I was just doing that thing, and it maxed out my GPU. It's the first for me.
Because it uses like 400 or 500 megabytes for your memory. So it's just like...
Wait, are y'all set to push to talk, or are y'all just regular?
I push talk.
I'm just
okay,
regular.
y'all just making it sound smooth.
I'm just regular. I've never heard of this.
That's why I couldn't find anything on my grandfather.
Come again?
I'm on his Ancestry. My grandfather's name, everybody called him Bill, so I was assuming his actual name was William. It was Charles. William was his middle name. That makes so much more sense. And he was a junior. Oh, look, there he is. Yeah.
I think the most fun I've ever had on a iRacing sim was a buddy of mine built a 360-degree rotating ball that, like, if you flip, it flips. Some of the scariest shit you'll ever do.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, it was
Oh,
fun.
nice.
But then once I flipped and started barrel rolling, he started barrel rolling me too.
R9's 660.
Which, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's better than Fanatec in my opinion. I've tried
I mean,
Fanatec and it
yeah,
just
if
wears
you're
out too
doing-
quick.
Yeah, I mean, Fanatec's gonna be pretty close to the same price. Now, if they sell it on Amazon, that'd be something different.
I didn't think about checking there.
R5, R9, 480. I'm pretty sure my wife would kill me if I got a steering wheel.
Don't even think about it.
Well, if I can get it, like my credit cards are through Amazon, so
No, that's not bad.
I get my points and stuff. So I could get that for $100. But I need a steering wheel.
Or you can get an Xbox to play NCAA. That's only divorce worthy, not kill worthy.
Like $1,500 for a sim wheel is absolutely outrageous.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, considering the setup that I have.
No, this is just
No.
for the wheel.
Damn.
There ain't no drive with it or nothing. Oh, wait, never mind. This is the ones that actually come out of the real cars. That makes sense.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, if I had a full blown cockpit, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm not that serious.
Yeah, and I literally play in a reclining gaming chair with what I got. Like,
This is the last field, and then the plant.
Yeah, I
is
just play my
done.
VR and just like slide my seat over a little bit. Over to my steering wheel.
yeah, this is still my favorite truck I've done for fire truck
did.
designs, at least.
I did set up, like, I removed all of the main steering wheel from the G920 and then put in like a custom NASCAR steering wheel. So it's got like the yellow tape at the top.
Ah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. It's just the feedback's not there. So I was doing what are they? It's not like the midgets. It's like the 32, the 1932, like Ford.
Oh, the Legends?
Yeah, the Legends.
That's
I was
what I'm running in
doing
real
that.
life.
Oh, yeah. So I was running those, but like I turned the feedback like all the way up, and it just wasn't realistic.
Yeah, Legends in real life are strange with their feedback. And they're fun as shit, don't get me wrong, but like, damn.
No, it's pretty hard to drive.
He's got everything down here, so we're gonna go fix
Which
these issues up north.
Like for iRacing, I'm saying, like if you don't have the feedback.
Oh yeah, if you have no force feedback,
All right,
good
there we
luck.
go. We're back with a chat. My thing froze up. Hello, Sean. How
Like,
are
I
you?
tried
What kind of
once, my
problem?
feedback cut out, and I kept trying to go, and it just
My
Yeah.
browser froze up,
That's
and I
kinda
didn't
my
see
problem.
anything since JT
It's like you
said
can only go so
for a little
far
bit, but I did,
in your career
but I got called in.
with
so-
iRacing.
Oh no! And is that the kid that race car?
Usually
Over?
just
Yeah.
like something that has no force feedback.
right.
Well, thank you, Sean. Went all me. But I do admit my pack's pretty badass.
Yeah, those.
I do like my pack a lot. Everybody else absolutely killed it though.
Yeah, PJ, this is what I run.
That's not even the
Oh,
coolest
nice.
thing I've finished. That you won't see that for a couple weeks, but
Phoenix, you a firefighter IRL?
no.
Oh, no. I just got in with mine. I got to go through 7 months of classwork now.
Yeah, I applied and then shit happened in life that I was like, there's no chance in hell I'm gonna have time for this. So I had to pull
Oh,
out. Yeah.
I got in on the volunteer side, but I still got to go through full-time training.
Yeah, that's what I applied to be volunteer.
So far, what I've done is fun.
They were
I made
all
some
excited,
calls.
and actually, 3 of the guys. I knew it was an easy in, no matter what I did, because 3 of the guys were actually subscribed to me, and watched my
that's
FS91
funny.
videos. Because the one guy, he was like, "Yeah, some of us around here know about your channel." He's like, "Would you guys got to work on your fire truck placement, but other than that, you do pretty well." Like, okay. Even the fire chief, he was all giddy. He was like he can help us advertise for our events.
That's cool. Yeah, they didn't know me in terms of that, but they knew my family because the guy that's training me right now, physical wise, my uncle, dad, and granddad all trained him to get on the fire department.
Damn.
And from what he told me, he sucked ass trying to get on the fire department. Thought I was skinny.
Doing good, tow truck. How are you, sir? You're volunteering in real life? Nice. I applied, and
It's fun, but they had changed the regulations for volunteers. If you aren't classified under firefighter 1, you can't go on any calls. Because, I mean, I had ran about 4 calls, but once I got there, ain't shit less I can do. Show up and direct traffic with gear on.
I think it's pretty much what you do here until you finish your classes.
It's like originally they were gonna have me like pull a Minuteman when we got on scene and all that kind of stuff, and then the sergeants came out and they were like, he can't get near the building. Which, I mean, makes sense, because if something happens to me on a fire ground and I wasn't firefighter certified, they're in trouble too.
Yep. All bound. What? Where you're at? Is it a department or is it a company? So here they're independent companies, so they're liable for you.
No, we're all under one big county department.
Yeah. See here, it's each is an individual company. They're not funded by the city or anything. They're independent fire companies. So, insurance and all that shit. They're very strict with you.
Yeah, that's about how they are here, but we're outside of city. City has their own department, we're county, and city likes us, but they like their city
100% tow
department
truck.
more. So for funding, we get what we can. We had to figure out the hard way how much fire trucks are after ordering a brand new Pierce engine. $950,000, $100,000 rebate.
Mm-hmm.
And we get it in 2028. Woo! They say the estimated time of arrival is going to be 2028 because they're in the same argument that y'all were talking about with dealerships earlier. Is you order something, you have to have them build it. It's not just sitting there waiting to be bought.
Yeah, unless you buy one of their stock demo trucks, you're waiting.
Yeah, no.
Either.
And it's way longer than what you would for a car.
Exactly.
God, it took them.
You don't want their stock stuff.
Yeah, we looked at it, and hell, our ladder that's got blown out hydraulics had more stuff on it than them.
Yep.
Some of the things we can't catch a break mechanics-wise. We have almost an issue every single day. Our tankers won't pump half the time. Our engines break down on the side of the road. Brush trucks blow tires.
That's what they've been having a shit ton of issues here. This is a bad time because it's Fair Week. This is a bad time to have issues. 504. I guess the foam system went in it because he was leaking foam all the way to the damn down the road to the damn call.
Oh, good God.
And then the ambulance, they had a call just a couple days ago, and the ambulance had something mechanically go wrong with it while it was sitting on scene. In the middle of a storm where they called for so here at Delaware State Police have helicopters and they do the airlifts, and if by some chance they don't, they have Life Flight, or I think it's Life Flight or LifeNet, one of the two, and both of them are grounded because it was raining so goddamn bad. So they had this ambulance sitting there that they needed, sitting on the side of the road that they couldn't use, so they had to get one from the next town up to come down. It's like,
yeah, we don't really have.
It's rough.
Yeah, we don't have any companies like that for ambulance-wise. We get what we can, and half the time it's just firefighters that want to look pretty riding on it. Because, like, they've already told me if I'm ever hanging out with the fire station and I have my EMR and we get toned out for something, I'm fucking going. Because, like, not a lot of people trying to run beds right now.
I'm kind of excited.
But, I mean, I also get paid per call, so I can't really complain.
You get paid per call being a volunteer?
$25 a call. I made 75 this year. Before they pushed me to the set.
See, how they do it here is once you're, I think it's how many years was it? I can't remember how much they said. But once you're there, each year you need X amount of hours to remain a member, and half of those hours has to be volunteering for, like, well, they don't do bingo anymore, so you got to volunteer for, like, if they have events at the fire station, because they have a hall where you can rent out the hall. You have to volunteer for that. You have to volunteer for, like, if they do the cookout to help serve food and all that. That has to account for at least half your hours. And if you have X amount of years doing that, they cut you like a $200 check each month after you have so many years in the company. And then if you, by some chance, you don't meet your hours for a certain year, you can pay into it to keep it going.
That ain't a bad deal, honestly.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because, I mean, we're in a very rural place. They do run a lot of calls, and more so than the companies around us, because it is a bigger department, and they are, like, we're the only ladder truck until you hit Camden north, until you hit even over across the state line. I don't think Denton has a ladder truck, so they respond to all of those. They also, their ambulances respond as far south as Farmington, as far east as Maryland, because departments along those lines don't have dedicated ambulance services. So they're a bigger department and they run hours, but there's not a shit ton of calls. So I'd prefer that, where you could still work your day job, and then once you get into retirement age, you want to slack off a little bit, you have a little bit more money coming in. So in your later years.
Yeah, we're similar in
Planning
that regard,
ahead.
but also like we're rural, but we get a shit ton of calls. Like we have 7 stations though, so I mean, go figure.
Yeah, you can like there be like today this week is their busiest week. Mainly everything's traffic accidents because there's been 3 today in the same exact intersection because of the fair traffic and people being absolute dumbasses when they're on the road. So this week is their busy week, but prior to this week, there was maybe 1 fire call in the past 2 months. So they have really huge, unless you're, and the medics get paid. The medics are the only paid position at the department. But unless you're a medic, you don't go on hardly any calls for periods of time, and then you'll have weeks like this where you're just out 3-4 times a day.
It's how we've been lately. I mean, I really don't know why we've been getting so many calls lately, but this past week we probably responded to probably 4 a day. And it's like, what the hell are we doing? Because I mean, we had one truck blow the damn transmission out going to one call. I wish I could pull up the e-dispatch radio, but it was... I was sitting there just sitting at home listening to the call... damn, I have a fucking stroke over here. Listening to the radio, and it was Brush 1 that blew it out. And as they were going to the call, they keyed up and said, Brush 1, Central Brush 1, show us out of service. We blew fucking something. We're on the side of 49. I'm sitting there wheezing in my room.
That's what it was when the 504 was leaking foam. There, you just heard the fire chief come over the radio. It was just like, can you switch to whatever channel? And he's like, what the hell are you leaking back there? He goes, what? He goes, you're leaking something coming all the way down. I can't remember what the road name was. And he said, that's when the assistant chief and chief are brothers. That's when the assistant chief got on. He goes, yeah, we need to check out 504. He's leaking foam all the way down the road, all the way up to the driveway.
Oh, I'd be fighting somebody.
Ooh. He's the guy that probably have to fix it because I remember when 505, they were on scene when that foam system went bad, and you just see 2 of them come around the corner of it, just completely covered in foam, and he come around there and he's taking a wrench to it to get it back to the station.
Yeah, my biggest issue going into firefighter 1 classes is I can't learn a thing in the classroom. You give me hands-on and I'll learn everything, but like I've been doing my NIMS and I forget everything by the time I do the test. I'm each NIMS probably 4 times.
I'm pretty good. I remember enough to get me by on testing.
Yeah, and I remember a little bit, but it's like when it comes to some stuff, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the hell? I'm like, give me a tool or something here.
Like, can I get that pic? Like, oh, if it was pictures, I'll nail it every single time.
Oh, I got my IFSTA book right here. That joke about half pictures.
I mean, I do well on the testing.
Do what?
I do well on the testing. Just like in real life practice is where I would get kind of confused.
That'd probably be my biggest problem is I can remember it for the test, and then when it comes to actually using it out in the field, I probably have to stop and think of remember how to do it.
No, if it's a real call and a real scene, I'm gonna forget it. But if it's like a training scenario, I'm better hands-on because I can just have my brain remember that muscle memory-wise.
I mean, like I took the police exam and I got like a 94% on the written exam.
Wait, this is all it rolled.
I just don't know how that would carry over to like actually doing that in real life.
Well, the thing is, a lot of it's common sense. So you just...
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
That's the thing, though. NIMS is not common sense. They sit there talking about, like, if a flood were to strike in, like, 3 days, what are you going to do? Who are you going to call? When are you going to call them? I'm like, I live in a county where it rains occasionally. What the hell am I learning about floods?
If it flooded, who are you going to call? The harbor master. We don't have a harbor. Well, then you're shit out of luck.
Like, we have a boat that used to work, but that's about it.
I got a paddle boat that's sitting in my backyard. Can we use that?
Put a little spinner light on the top of it. I'm coming, I'm coming.
Just punch Johnny in the nuts, he'll be the siren. Wow!
Just you rowing down the road in the boat.
Rowing? Yeah, I can see that now. Rowing in the boat and make sure people are alright. They'll be like, you alright? They'll be like, are you? I don't know. Fuck, this sucks.
I don't know. We might make it to the hospital if not. Tell my family I didn't love them.
You're the person that's rescuing me? Are you kidding me?
Just show up in the neighborhood in the rowing boat. It's like, all right, which one of you got a boat motor? You're lucky number one. Roll up and just see those like jacked, like Terry Crews looking dude. Like, have you ever thought about joining the fire department? I got a job that's perfect for you. Here's a paddle. Start rowing.
That's how one of our lieutenants is. If you looked at him, you would think he is just a bunch of fat, but all that fat is muscle. Nothing but muscle. He has scared multiple people on scene. So they're like, oh, that motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing. He picked them up.
That's what people always estimate about me, because I'm big, but it hides a lot of muscle behind it. That's why when people start fucking with me and I put them down in the dirt, they're like, oh shit. Yeah.
Never mind, my bad.
Yeah, exactly. Well, one boy learned the hard way. We were playing football outside before homeroom one day in high school, and he thought it'd be funny to keep tripping me. So I told that bitch, stop tripping me. And he had the audacity to slap me in the face. I picked that son of a bitch up and tossed him across the fucking field. And he got, sorry about that.
I apologize for my outburst.
Yeah. He didn't trip me anymore.
Yeah, I have the exact opposite problem. I can't put on weight, so I can't turn nothing into muscle. My metabolism is too damn quick.
Jeez. Sounds like a tough problem.
You're like, I wish I could have that problem.
Legit, yeah.
Like, all my training sergeants are like, dude, you gotta put on weight. I can't. I eat 10 plates of pasta and gain 3 pounds. What do you want from me? Like,
Why you want you to eat 50 plates?
Try that next time. Is it like at least I made physical progress? Because the first time I tried my CPAT, I thought it'd be easy, and that motherfucker humbled me quick. I made it, I think, a quarter of the way in, and I was winded. Second time around, I could have passed it, but the hose said nope. I feel like when I went to go like try to get a little bit more momentum, I slung it back enough that it grabbed on something, and it just you try to pull a 300-foot charged hose line and see how that goes.
Well, I guess the doctors never really have. My dad always getting on me about my weight, but doctors don't, because I'm actually in pretty good condition despite my knees. Now my knees are completely shot from playing sports back in high school. I've destroyed both of them, but back in high school, like I loved everybody when you had the physical fitness test every single year. Everybody hated it. I love it. I'd go in, max out leg press, max out the bench press, and then I'd just the only thing I hated was running the mile, and I still did that faster than half my class. Like, and I was a fat kid with asthma. All my friends walking it, and I'm lapping them.
That's pretty similar to that. Like, gym was always my favorite thing in school. It was the only thing I was ever really good at. That's science.
Oh, I love gym. That was the best part of my day. Other than when we played basketball, because they were always trying to get me to join the basketball team. I had no interest. I like playing just for fun. Like in the gym. I don't want to play on the team. Sorry. Not my thing. Now, tennis was different. I freaking love tennis. I could sit there and play that all day.
I have never been good at that. I've always sucked at tennis.
Oh, I
hate tennis. I hate tennis with the passion.
Oh, I love tennis. My buddy Jordan was on the tennis team, and he was like, "You should join." I was like, I got so much other shit I have to do. I was like, I really wish I could. And then they were trying to get me on the golf team, and that's when I screwed up my knee for the final time. I was practicing golf swings, and that's when I twisted my knee to the point where I tore a bunch of shit, and it's still haunting me to this day. Baseball, played it. Football, played it. Wrestling, they tried to get me to do, because I was what was the saying? I would be the top weight class for the school or something like that, and they're like, you just wrestle fat slobs, like it'd be a cakewalk. Yeah, but then I seen how fruity you guys are. You like to like weigh in
each other in the showers.
Oh, they were very open with themselves, walking around school wearing their thongs, and I'm just like,
Good
that's not me. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they wrestling people in my high school, they just like
bare ass.
It was different than like football. Like you'd shower in the showers with everyone, and like you're in, you're out.
Yeah.
And that's it. But wrestling, it's like they just like to stare at each other.
Yeah, they are not, and they enjoy also being, because the one guy was in my shop class, and he did not mind. He'd walk around, pants off, just in his thong, in a sweatshirt. That he was perfectly okay. No shoes, no pants. He was weird. Fucking they were all fucking weird. Mm-hmm. I was like, I was just like, I didn't know how fruity you guys are. I don't think I can do that.
I've never been good at sticking ball sports. I was all right at baseball. I was god awful at football. But like, you give me a steering wheel and an open track, I mean, I can show you something.
I was all right in baseball. I enjoyed playing it a lot more than watching. I couldn't stand watching it. That was my, like, put me in, especially when they put me in the outfield, I hated it. I absolutely hated it because you just stand there pretty much the whole time. I love being in the infield, but...
Oh, yeah, I only played shortstop and second base.
Yeah.
Occasionally third base.
I was third base, first base. Still part of the action, not as much action as shortstop and second base, but I still got a little bit of action. Outfield, you don't get shit.
Yeah, I was normally stuck on outfield or first base.
Football I loved. I was pretty damn good at it. My team sucked. We were the vocational school, so sports was an afterthought.
Right.
So anyone who wanted to play sports and was legit good went to the other schools around us because they knew that's who the college scouts were looking at.
Yeah, that was different. My school, like, I had to figure out what sport I wanted to focus on.
Yeah.
So I picked baseball.
Did you just pick it because it was convenient, or did you actually just want to do it?
Well, I mean, I was a pretty good quarterback, and I was pretty good at corner, but I figured, I mean, myself, like, I'm 5'9", and I'm white, so, like, I'm not gonna make it.
Wait, I'm taller than you?
I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Feenix, how tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Good Lord, why am
I thought I was the short guy of the group. Well, I was the short guy of the. I thought I was the short guy of the group after Tough. Tough was 5'4".
I'm 6'1".
Shit.
Yeah, everybody else is like over 6 foot. I thought I was the short guy.
Yeah, the voice and the body don't match. Trust me.
Yeah, no. I was too short, so I figured I wasn't going to make it in football. But, like, height doesn't matter in baseball. So I just leaned into baseball. So I got recruited to play, but unfortunately, the college that I went to is one of the only colleges that does wooden bats. I had never used a wooden bat before, so they were
it's
like
a
part
night
of
and
it.
day difference now, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah. So like I didn't get like recruited. I walked on, and so I made it to like the last round of their trials that they had, which included the recruits and stuff. So my buddy, they showed up at our high school game to recruit him as a pitcher, but then saw me playing shortstop, so then recruited me. But they gave him a scholarship, and they were just like, "Yeah, you can walk on." So I walked on, and
Was this before or after Brandon Burlesworth?
who?
Really? One of the greatest walk-on of all time?
I don't know who that is.
And then look up the year. Because after him, I know everybody wanted to be a walk-on.
This was 2007. Yeah, it was 2007. But they were like, oh, you have to do a hitting thing where you have to, like, we're going to have a pitching machine.
Okay, no, I was in the 90s.
And, like, we're going to tell you where to hit the ball, and you have to hit the ball there. But I had never used a wooden bat in my life. So, like, I failed miserably at that. And I was just like, I don't think this is going to work out, so I left.
Like, just straight up walked out?
Yep.
Good
I made the team.
Fair.
And then I went through, like, the first 6 months, and I realized it was just, like, it was 24/7. Like, 100% of your time has to be dedicated to playing baseball. And it's like...
That sounds awful.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, your entire winter was spent, like, in the gym, doing batting practice, doing, like, fielding drills, all the stuff, and then spring training, you go down to Florida and play down there. And it's just like, well, this is a D2 school, so it's like, I'm not going pro, obviously. So I'm not going to spend my time on this. So I just quit.
That was always one of my biggest
Then
issues.
he start watching dude's butt chug.
I beg your pardon?
I did. Yeah. I did.
Oh, I was kidding.
You weren't kidding. It did happen. And it was after
I'm
my
scared
baseball.
to ask.
It was after my baseball career. Yes. I joined a fraternity after. So in lieu of pursuing baseball as a potential career, I joined a fraternity. In which I watched somebody butt chug. And it wasn't just a butt chug, it was from the keg.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy getting the drink after that. Jesus
Oh, hell
Christ.
no.
We had
Where'd you
another
get this
tap.
beer from? It tasted like shit. Yeah.
This part is I'm drinking a beer right now. What the hell?
Yeah, so I swapped out my potential career playing baseball for, looking at someone butt chugging.
Yeah. No.
I mean, you ever hit with a wood bat? Damn. Man, that's
I did
hard.
twice and I sucked ass doing it.
Yeah, it's not easy.
You're right at the end of when I played baseball is when they switched us over to wood bats, and that's part of the reason I left.
Well, the annoying thing is that, like, for D2, like, most, all the divisions played with aluminum bats, and for whatever reason, we were just in one division that was a wood bat division.
No, like, they just feel weird to use.
I really don't like it. It's a weird feeling.
No, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just different.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like I don't know, it's like your hands hurt a little bit more.
Like with the aluminum, it almost absorbs the impact, but like with the wood,
Mhm.
it just boom.
No, you're just there for it. Like whatever happens, happens.
It's literally just this.
Yep.
You just feel every ounce of it.
Yeah.
To kill my nuts.
They're like, yeah. Well, they're like, oh, we want you to push one between, left and or right and center. And I was like, okay. And then I made contact, and like my hands just like dropped to the ground after I swung. Oh, literally.
I ended up cheating. I ended up putting
Shit.
cotton balls in my gloves.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I didn't have batting gloves. I didn't have.
Oh no!
I didn't have anything because I thought it was like I brought my bat. I brought my batting gloves. Like I brought everything I thought I needed, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, this is Wood Bat League." I was like, "What the fuck? Like this is college."
You mean to tell me you can't
This
with
isn't
a
the
wooden
case.
bat with no gloves?
Yep.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah.
And
And I
some bitch right there.
And I still made the team.
You got them push ahead.
Yeah. I was like, "The fuck are you guys talking about?" It's like, listen, I know this is a hard school, but like, come on, your athletics can't be that bad too. But sure enough,
PJ showed up hoping to fail and ended up still making the team. It's like, wait, what the fuck
that's
were
like-
you guys watching?
yeah, literally, I was like, how did I make this fucking team? They're like, oh, you're gonna be the starting third baseman. It's like, what? If that's the case, then I might as well just like hold out and just try to get drafted by the MLB. Come on.
And for their next pick, the Boston Red Sox pick Decaf Pajamas for their starting bat boy.
If I ever called the cat's pajamas in a sport, I'm hanging it up right there, and I mean more than just the helmet.
I mean, it wasn't that bad at baseball. I think to this day, if there's one sport that I could have gone to professionally, it'd be baseball. Like, definitely not snowboarding.
I
failed
haven't tried that yet, but I sucked at skateboarding, so I can only imagine.
Oh, I shattered my left arm snowboarding.
Oh my god.
I went to a snowboard academy. Like specifically every single day I rode a snowboard. And I destroyed myself. So for a while I thought that was gonna be it. It's like, this is gonna be my way to get famous. Nope, not that.
Shattered bones and shattered dreams.
Yep. Yep. Hand in hand. Oh.
The worst injury I ever got in sports was I had a bad wreck in motorsports and ended up I bruised myself internally in 4 places and they thought I broke my spine. Because I didn't, I just severely hurt.
ladies and gentlemen, it is after midnight, and
So
I got
no-
some
no
recording to
broken
do.
bones.
So if you guys
Luckily, no, I thought I did. I was hurting bad.
do want to see future live streams, be sure to click that or if you guys
they
did
had
enjoy the
me in
video,
the,
be sure to leave a like down below. If you guys do want to see future live streams, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you guys want to be notified whenever I do go live or upload a video, click that notification bell. And as always, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.